double rebuy in terms of add-ons and single rebuy? Is it bankroll or stack dependent? I don't know if I understand that question.
Can one of you so do they know what the single rebuy is? Or
Can one of you explain how a double rebuy in terms of add-ons and single rebuy, is it bankroll or stack dependent?
So when it comes to rebuy tournaments, I guess bankroll matters in everything in life, right? No matter what you say, if you're playing a tournament, personally I would rather play smaller tournaments and allow myself the opportunity to do double rebuys if necessary.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say for certain is no matter what tournament I play in the world, whether I'm chip leader by 100,000 million, when it comes to the add-on, I'll still take the add-on. Because I believe the value of an add-on is just too tremendous to leave out. It's normally more than 30 or 40 big blinds, and I just think that's way too many to leave behind, you know, even if you have the lead. So regarding an add-on, I'm a certainty to take an add-on. I mean, single or double rebuy, to be honest, it literally depends on my table. If everyone does the double rebuy to start,
you need to be competitive.
Well, it's the strategy. It's about the strategy. Do you want to play the short stack and try spin, or do you want to play the double rebuy and wait for a hand? I think so. It doesn't really do with stacks or bankroll. Although, like I say, bankroll is important. More importantly, I think it's the strategy that you have for yourself of how you want to go about this specific event.
Indeed. So we got another question for you just come in.
Sure.
This is from Amstel. I'll tell you who that is later.
Okay.
He remain nameless at the moment. Moaz, what's happening with India losing 3 in a row, comma, white ball games, comma, against the West Indies?
But they're playing their third team, man. No bowlers, no Bumrah, Kuldeep not playing, Chahal playing. And in all honesty, I think those West Indian pitches are very tough. Like, if you put up a competitive score, like if you put up a 170, you can defend.
Yeah.
And today's game, I actually just saw the result. It was India, India batted first, scored 152 for 8 on quite a tough pitch. And West Indies actually got there at the end 8 down. They were cruising and collapsed, lost like 3 wickets and in 2 overs, 3 wickets for 3 runs in 2 overs towards the end. And Alzari Joseph and Akil Hussain got there. Alzari Joseph and Akil Hussain got there. But in all honesty, I think they're experimenting a lot. Players are, you know, so yeah.
I think there was a result there.
Yeah, Max has just defeated JP and Max has gone through.
Yeah.
So that's the list, and either Ahmed Karim or Moaz Ghani will be the last one. Who do you guys have, just out of curiosity?
I've got Moaz. You're too close to say anything else.
50-50? Who do you have, Chess?
You know where my sentiments lie from a sentimental point of view. And I'm allowed sentimental favorites.
I'll be honest, I have the draw. I have the draw. What price the draw? How do we land the draw?
1 million. 1 million.
You know, I like Ahmed all and well, but I met you first.
Yeah,
sentimental favorite. You played heads up against my mate when you were right in the beginning of your career. So yeah.
You know, one good thing about, like, I always make a joke with Ahmed is that in his last 7 or 8 tournaments where he's come 1 or 2, he's always come second. so like I should be slight, get that into his head, you know, like make him used to coming second.
So Ahmed's raised here with the King Deuce. He's been called by Edgar. And Clayton with the Ace Queen suited in the big.
He's put it all in.
Wow. I'm interested. Okay, Ahmed obviously we know folds, right?
Yeah.
The spot for Edgar is massive because he has Clayton covered. If he thinks he's flipping, he could go for it right now. Knock out a player, take the play jump, and get to play Ahmed heads up for the money, you know. But then again, he also is like a bit concerned about a bigger pair. Let's see what he thinks.
That's the only.
Based on the history of the tournament, I haven't been sat here for many hours watching these guys.
What do you go with? He calls?
No, he's a fold.
He's going to fold.
That's my opinion.
He's done so in several similar spots.
I think I'm going to go against the two of you here and say, is that the point where, because he flattered 7s, he knows Clayton can, or he not knows, he believes Clayton's good enough to shove anything, any ace, any whatever. But obviously I haven't watched enough and you guys get it right as always, and I get it wrong. And I think maybe I should spend more time in this booth.
Yeah, the hand history would suggest in those spots he's favoured the fold all day.
I knew the number.
He's
I
not
just
running
didn't know
scared.
how
It's
to
just been his
I
tactic
agree.
all
I don't
day.
think
I
it's
had the same
a
problem.
bad fold. I don't think it's like I don't. If I'm in that spot myself, I'm not sure.
these things
whether I'm
that are
calling
making
or
Yeah,
folding.
it's a
like you
difficult
say,
call.
hand history. Also, Clayton's not the type of player to just do it.
He
very
doesn't get
light.
out of line
Yeah.
too often.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to take flips. Sometimes you just
Got to
have
win the flips to win the tournament.
Fair enough. Sometimes you just have to. And in this specific spot, 7.6 million, the blinds are 250, 500.
Yeah, and he's seen what
So
he's,
it's only 15 big blinds. I know it's 15 big blinds more valuable than your normal 15 big blinds. But like if you win that hand, or it's a tough spot, like I say, 50-50. Some call, some fold, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Ahmed have sevens there. I don't know. He likes the hand. I would have definitely put the headphones down, that's for sure.
sevens, yeah. Especially if you had
since I
sixes.
said he never loses the sevens.
Clayton with 10s there now. Been lumped in by the button by Edgar with 8-5 suited.
Interesting. That's an interesting limp.
He has done a couple of those limps today.
I've seen him do it more often than not. 8-5 suited, 10-9 suited. Look, I do like the limp, but a hand like 8-5 suited, the problem is the range of the big blind that's checking often has it like in trouble or
Yeah.
not even in trouble. It's just too live to like 8-5. If it was ace-5 suited, I would have almost preferred the limp on the button. You know, like I'm not against it, but yeah, like it's an interesting play. It's just the problem is if there is a raise, you're almost folding almost every time.
Which is what just happened. Clayton made it 2 million to go.
And when you're lumping king queen on the button and there's a raise, you're not just folding. Yeah, you're actually playing the hand, right? So that's why I'm
Trying.
Clayton's going through a little rush here.
He's been smacked by the
three
deck,
in a
I
row.
think.
Yeah, it's third
Oak's
one in
got
a row.
side
Ace
deals
king
over here, it's a
suited.
battle. Oak's got deals
And he's
over here,
chipped
it's a
up quickly
battle.
with it to 12 million.
Yeah, and this is the. I mean, the blinds are big, like we said. You know that hand where he went all in. He added 5 big blinds. There's only 50 in play, if I'm not mistaken. It's
Yes.
25, 30, 60 in play. Sorry, there's only 60 in play, and he added 5 of them, which is pretty much 10% of the chips in play.
He raises a third, yeah. So
You
let's
make an
see.
interesting point then, was a lot of players never think in those terms.
No, of course,
Never.
yeah. But this is something also that I myself have only attended to it recently. You know, it's the same reason you've put this 22 big blind
Exactly.
side and the 16 big, because it's adapting.
Yeah.
And this is something myself
1
as
million
well.
on
I've
top.
only included it into my game since after Cape Town. Should I put before Cape Town? I didn't think of these GTO things, if I can use that word
The
or
stack to
whatever.
pot ratio as well was a major factor, you know.
100%, yeah. So, like, I mean, you know, the game has a lot of maths in it. As much as we just see cards, like maths is massive, and I try focus now, if not more than before, on maths. So,
So Edgar's made a play back at,
and he's all in and full.
yeah.
Yeah.
He made a play back here because he thought you can't have it 3 hands in a row.
I agree with him. You're not supposed to have it 3 hands in a row. It's not allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. Anyway, this one's just going to get folded. And
It'll take the right amount of time to get street cred.
imagine we have a card reader problem and he has ace queen. No, I'm joking.
Don't start.
I'm joking.
I've been pretty nice to you since you got here.
I'm joking. So he folds it. About that, if for all the people that are questioning that hand earlier.
Go through it.
Yeah,
Let's go through it.
the hand was
I
ace queen
have
against ace eight.
articulated it once,
Yeah,
but let's
people
do it
have,
again.
and I actually asked Ahmed because somebody messaged me and said, "What is going on in this hand? Did Ahmed miss the best and mark the best hand or whatever?" And I actually messaged him and said, "Cuz, just tell me this hand. Do you remember when ace came on the river and ace queen, whatever, Edgar had ace queen? What did you have in the hand?" And he just said, "Oh, I had a pair of eights." Later on, when we spoke to each other, he had 8-6 suited, so he obviously just called off one pair. And you could see when he called it off, it was like a crying call. It was a small bet. He didn't want to, and he was annoyed by the ace. Oi, it's officially time for my headphones to go off. I'll see you guys after this hand.
So you don't need to have a screen in front of you to know that Ahmed has just picked up pocket sevens again.
And Moaz's headphones are off and he's drinking his cool drink.
So Keelan Creel, which I'm sure means something to Woz,
1.5.
says hope to see you in
1.5
Vegas next year,
million.
Woz. Keelan, Keelan, Creel, K-R. Okay, you can't hear him, Keelan, but I'll tell you what he's saying because he's. So, roughly translated into English that we can put over the air. It's expensive, but he's hoping to be there. Stay in touch.
So Ahmed's raised to 1.5 with the sevens. Clayton with a jack 10 in the big blind. $1 million to defend.
According to a
Makes the defense.
very close source to Ahmed, he never loses with sevens, by the way. So it's just. Ace-6 Queen.
Gut shot for Clayton.
Seven still ahead. Well,
Clayton checks.
yeah, action with Ahmed.
750.
750.
750 the bet.
So there's now 4.5 million in the pot. 750 to call for a gut shot. Let's see if Clayton wants to peel one here.
Call.
So 750 call.
He likes to downsize on the flop boys. We've noticed the trend. It's part of international. There's the gut shot.
Clayton gets there. It's stone cold.
He checks. So having been called on that flop with his C-bet, I think Ahmed shuts down on the turn, yeah. He checks back. 10 brings a backdoor flush there and a
And the 4 card straight.
4 card straight.
Yeah. What's Ahmed beating?
About 750.
$750.
750 the bet. And a fold.
Okay, so I'm
Snap
back.
fold.
And Ahmed lost with sevens again, so it wasn't me. Just putting it out there. And yeah, it wasn't an all-in though, I guess.
So Clayton has now moved back up to over half the chips in play,
16 million.
I promise you I did.
where he was
That's me,
earlier
I was
in the
very
day. He
much
had over 15 million for a while.
And both Ahmed and Edgar are equivalent at 7 million.
So it's becoming interesting again.
31 in play. So who's Keelan Creel? Is that Palios? Ah, okay.
Well, it will be fun to see him in Vegas next year.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm quite excited, Keenan. We can go together. It will be cool.
No blame.
That's what I like about you, was you're just the nicest guy.
Oh, what's the point in being miserable?
Well, I suppose so, yeah. So hand 257 of the day on the feature table. Earlier today, somebody who remained nameless said, 6 o'clock, this will all be done. I said, I'll take the overall day on that.
Wow, we were 6 o'clock. It started at 10.
Yeah.
We were actually having this discussion, and I must say, in all the tournaments I've played in South Africa, this specific tournament has the best structure by far.
And value.
Well, besides the value, just the structure of
The
the
structure's
tournament. Like
very
you
good.
can say, they're playing three-handed, but there's still enough chips to play. Like you can
Yeah,
play,
it's
you
not a
can
shove
bet.
fest.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a super turbo, you know. You can bet, you can raise, you can fold. You still have all three options, which is amazing. Like, and this tournament, we're already probably in level. Wow, I can't even imagine what level we're. Must be.
Past 20.
Yeah, must be past 20.
Oh, you're miles past 20. We're on level 28.
Exactly. Normally tournaments by 24, 25, 23 are generally getting close to being done, you know?
Well, we've actually run out of levels on the
And
actual
Clayton,
structure.
That's why I'm
sorry,
saying it's an
gentlemen, to
amazing
interrupt,
structure.
has found pocket jacks here from the small blind. So he really is being hit by the deck at the moment.
Wow, there we
Oh.
go. Sixers come to refund us.
Ahmed defended.
I mean, I'm sorry that I'm biased today, but it just is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is this redemption, he says?
yeah, so these Sixers guy. I'm going to ask him if this makes up for Vegas and the Sixers. Let me not speak too soon. You know, there's still 2 cards to come. I mean, so Clayton bet small. Ahmed's obviously just going to flip. Actually, Ahmed might raise here if he thinks Clayton actually has something good. Like, he might just go for like a mint click with some and let Clayton put the balance in if he needs to, you know, or if he wants to. Give him the option. And I would actually, obviously I can see jacks, so it makes it easier for me to want to raise, you know, because I know he has
Yeah,
jacks.
sure.
But I wouldn't have minded if Ahmed just went for like 1.2 over the 500 or whatever.
Yeah, it was just a flat.
Yeah, there's also cards that scare Clayton. Like a club comes, you're going to lose value.
Yeah.
You know, like there's too many cards that are not great for Clayton. An ace comes, he's still going to check call. See, look, he didn't even love this card.
No,
Like,
it's because it's becoming way too straighty.
correct. But Ahmed knows how to get chips in there when he has a good hand. I'll tell you that for free. He knows how to get the chips in. So let's see how this plays out, and maybe he ends up getting it. Like an interesting player could just be a shove. Not that he's going to do that. Not going to overshove 5.6 into 3.5. But it could be a proper
950?
interesting play.
950.
Okay,
Just
goes for
under a bar,
value,
yeah.
which is perfect.
950.
And now this is interesting. Like, can I say something which is a lot of information? Like pre-Vegas, I would have stuck it all in here with jacks. Post-Vegas, I flat.
Yeah.
It's just something I've changed myself personally. So I would flat here, and on the river I would probably go check call if I have jacks again, or bet. You see, you went for the shove, and here comes the snap call. And should I keep quiet for the last card?
I think so.
I think let's just shout biasedly for like a 2 of diamonds. Biasedly, and I'm openly going to say it today.
Okay.
2 of diamonds. King of diamonds, that works for us too. We'll take that one. Nice double up, and we have a new chip leader.
Indeed we do.
Swings and roundabouts.
550.
Yeah.
5,550,000.
If you put it on a graph, all of these players have been like this all day, up and down, up and down. These chips have been moving
Yeah.
Well, that's
around
the
the
game,
table.
right?
Yeah.
And especially when you're playing deep and you have time, like I said, the structure is so amazing for this tournament. I'm disappointed that I'm not there, I must be honest. Like this is the kind of tournament that actually gets my blood boiling, because when you get here, you can 4-bet and still have chips when you want a 4-bet fold, you know?
Indeed.
I get FOMO watching this because the structure is
Exactly.
too
I'm starting to get FOMO now. I mean, the break should be soon, and I think at the break I'll be leaving the commentary. So it was fun being here. Thank
nice
you guys.
to have you here.
Yeah.
I love to do it every time when I get a free gap here and now. I enjoy this as well myself, and I hope I'm some sort of insight. I hope that I'm some sort of entertainment to those watching. And
Well, you've generated questions, you've generated some laughs, you've generated some superstition.
and I'm stuffed Ahmed.
You've given our voices a little bit of a rest. And also, and I think more importantly, and I'm not flattering you, the other side of Boazgani, you know?
yeah, fair, of course.
You know,
Of course,
a
yeah.
lot of people will only know you, well, that's
the-
Ahmed's mate, and
Yeah, the poker
maybe
player.
not because you're not approachable, because you're Ahmed's mate, they don't sort of hook up with you,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's nice to see what happens on the other side, you
Yeah,
know?
of course, yeah.
And you've got a good energy. You always bring nice energy into the commentary
Yeah,
booth,
thank
which
you
is
guys.
good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think we're far from the break. We're just going to get a timing clock up.
It shouldn't be long.
No.
It was 32 minutes, which felt like 28. So we have 3 minutes left, exactly. Yeah, 3 minutes to go till the break. And Ahmed moves it all in with King 2, absolute max pressure.
Yeah.
And like, he's just good in these spots. You have to give credit when credit's due, you know. So, and he's fearless. Like, many players wouldn't put in King 2. Even me myself, for 6 million, I could struggle to just put in 6-2. It's 12 big blinds, and you only have 32 or something. Like, it's still a tough spot. And, well, not tough, but it's still a spot where sometimes I won't just stick it all in.
Lucky for him.
Meanwhile, King 2's the hand that got me back into this game, now that I think about it. I don't know if any of you watched the Triton Heads Up.
We've watched a bit of it. Which,
So the Super High Roller Heads Up, in the Triton series, they were playing Heads Up. And it was, it's, the guy's name, it's quite difficult. It's Shavarenko or something. He's a businessman, but if not one of the best businessman players out there. And he was playing Brent Keddy Heads Up. And there's this hand where I don't remember all the action, but it comes like King 4-3 flop. And it goes bet by Brent, call or raise by him, call by Brent. Turn King, bet by Brent, raise by him, call Brent. River 2. And Brent goes all in. And the businessman who is now playing Heads Up for $6.8 million ends up folding King 2. King 3-4, turn King River 5, and Brent had King 5. I mean, sorry, he ends up folding King 5, and Brent had King 2. The river was 2. So it's 3-4 King,
Oh, we had
turn
sevens
King,
or sixes.
River
Game,
2,
it was the same
King
six.
2 gets there,
Same
shoves all
suit.
in, and King
The
5
River
folds
game
in
is six, I'm
Heads
saying.
Up.
The same suit
Now
from
I'm
Vegas.
starting to
the ace
wonder,
king
should I be
A6.
folding trips to Ahmed in Heads Up? Because I won't be. I can tell you that for free, I won't be.
No, it's reminding me about
It
it.
was
as
quite impressive to see that, you know?
yeah. Sure.
Sadly, well, not sadly, whatever it is,
Six
Brent
is
still
better
won
than that,
anyway.
but,
Like the fold
clubs are not.
gave the gentleman a little longer, but the result was the same.
Was clubs and 7, 6, 6.
Kenny's
Club
a
and all.
beast,
Yeah, the spade.
Well,
It's never going to be good for me.
No,
That's
yes,
what
yeah,
matters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you ask him
yes, please.
if he thinks he's top 5 in the world, he probably doesn't care. He just looks at his bank account and smiles.
Yeah. So I think this is probably going to be the last hand of the session, and you'll be able to go and catch up with.
Oh
your
yeah, I'll
mate.
go tell him that I spooked him, but
Yeah.
in the 6-6-7 flop, it's all back to normal. And yeah, like you
Newton's
said,
third law, you know.
like you said, he wouldn't have had aces the next hand if he knocked out the player. So
Don't be bringing me into the conversation. You
Yeah,
just
don't
take
put it
it.
on us.
if anything, don't worry, we can always blame it on Mike Collett.
Yeah.
It's always safe to blame it on Mike Collett.
Blame it on the bunny. Blame it on the bunny.
If players exit the same hand in the money, the biggest stack will get the next biggest prize.
Okay, there's a hand for hand somewhere.
No, they're in the money. I think they're just talking about if two players bust out at the same time of the money. Like if you're all in on your table and someone's all in on the other table, obviously the one who had more chips
Yeah,
in
that's
that
standard.
specific hand would obviously get. Well, you say it's standard, but some places split it up.
Yeah, okay.
So take
yeah.
the two prizes and split it between the two of them. You know, like golf, first and third. There's no second. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
sort of that
I
route.
understand.
Yeah.
Ace Ace 10 on the flop here. Ahmed with Jack 9 suited.
So it was raised pre-flop by Clayton. It was called by Ahmed. Clayton putting the C-bet in.
Okay, Ahmed ain't folding this flop, just so you'll know. Imagine he just buns it. Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. We got one right. At least we got the end right.
Yeah, there's a lot of good turn cards for him. Yeah.
I just think he has position on Clayton. He knows like he doesn't have an ace. He knows that the shutdown happens so often on the turn. Like Clayton can win this if he goes for a biggish bet here. But in general, he just knows like in this situation, Clayton can't overcommit because like you're worried about ICM. Edgar has the same amount of chips in him. And
Yeah,
Ahmed's
there
chip
comes the
leader.
check.
And here come, I would almost think Ahmed bets here 700%. Almost. But he might check and bet the river to be more sure. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see a bet from here. Ahmed win this hand. And that will be the end of my commentary stint. What would be impressive if he bets and Clayton goes all in. But that's only on TV, right?
Yeah.
But we are watching on TV, so maybe it happens. Maybe it happens. Here we go. There's the bet from Ahmed. 1.1 million, proper size, and this will be the end of the hand if you ask me.
Hey, players
It will
are
be
up for
amazing
the,
to see Clayton go all in. It will be beyond
next up, we
amazing
are
to
going to
see
get the
him
next
put the
matches
pressure.
up.
But sadly, I can't
We
see
wait
it
for this
happen.
other match to
I can't put it
go
in
again.
myself.
Right, table
What
one.
are you sure? 7?
Fayyad and Hagar, your names are waiting for you. Next game, Solly and Max. and the other table, Nick and Kanesh. Please, guys, let's get your seats.
So what's happening now is the heads up is going on without the player that has to play me or Ahmed.
Correct.
So the 6 people are going to play, continue. The player that has to play the winner of me or Ahmed is going to be waiting. And yeah, that's
Also,
it.
this
Okay,
is
so we're on the
15
break.
And I think I heard,
Fifteen
sorry,
wonders,
V Max is
Just
one of
take
the
it, give me
matchups.
900.
Should it be? Was that the gap? No, it can't be.
No.
Can we get the heads up matches? Do you guys know the matches?
No, we'll have to go outside and get them.
So we can get to the next round.
Maybe we can hear Mark announce him.
Be easier. We just walk through the front door and ask him.
True, that's true.
Okay,
I don't know who it is.
we are going on break. The guys are chipping up here. So all that remains for us is to say good luck in the heads up. Let me shake you by the hand. I'm sure Mark would like to do the same.
Sure.
And wish you all the best. And let's hope there's no pocket sevens on the horizons. With
Thanks
time
for
to
having me. It was good fun being
All
in
right,
here.
we're going to cut
Ciao.
you there. Cheers, bud.
600 on the big blind ante.
And welcome back to our final table. We're down to the final 3 players in the Mega Million. This is day 3 of your SunBet Poker Tour at Sun City, the 3rd stop in our 2nd season of the tour. Clayton Tallywanth on the button, folding. Jack 2, round to Ahmed in the small blind. Our chip leader with 18 million, over half the chips in play. Gives Edgar a walk. Edgar has an ace. And we had a very entertaining 2 hours with Moaz Ghani joining us in the commentary booth here. It was great to have his insight and his energy and humor. I think it injected something into the commentary that we enjoyed. And always a pleasure to have Moaz around. And the heads-up match, obviously, between Ahmed and Moaz being delayed by Ahmed still being on the final table here. The other matchups are continuing out there. They have completed round 1, everybody, except for this, the one match. So they will continue in round 2, and obviously just the person opposing the winner of Ahmed, Moaz, will have to wait. So Moaz on the button with a 10-6 suited.
All in?
All in.
So Ahmed putting max pressure, moves in with a 10-6 suited. He's going to put a lot of pressure on the other 2 short stacks now. And they're going to have a hand to call him, and if they do, then a hand like 10-6 suited has equity because he can make flushes, straights, hit pairs, etc., etc.
You want the big blind, Ahmed?
So Ahmed will be in the big blind now. Edgar on the button with the ace-5.
No.
We're just checking that our blinds are still 250, 500.
1.5 million raise.
I think they may have gone up to 300, 600. We'll double check.
Blinds are 300, 600.
So Edgar raises to 1.5. Ahmed with pocket 3s in the big blind.
All in?
All in.
Puts it all in. And is this the moment that Edgar takes his stand?
Call.
He does. He calls. So we've got a race. 2 overs to the pocket 3s.
Hello.
So classic race, 2 overs to the pair.
Button on the other side. Ace-5 is all in. The button on the other side.
He's all in.
Ace-5 is at risk, huh? Ace-5 is at risk. Okay.
Flop comes down king 10-8. Pocket 3 still ahead. A 9 on the turn, no help for Edgar. He needs an ace or a 5 only, and he dinks the Barry Greenstein on the river to survive and double up.
Hello.
5.
Where's the button? Look, where's the all-in button?
5.5.
Right, who's at risk here? When you see the button, who's at risk? Threes. Okay.
6.
Okay.
5.8.
Right, you see there's an ace on the
5.8.
but we haven't lost the player, so I try to fix it, but I don't know why I did that.
5.8, huh?
Good.
So big double up for Edgar. He's been jammed on a couple of times by Ahmed and folded, and he took his stand now. I think the blinds where they are, and with his chip stack, he couldn't fold anymore.
I can also move around a little bit.
So Edgar will get that valuable double up.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
So Edgar will be in the big blind now. Button on Clayton.
Huh? The button is on Clayton, yeah? Button is on Clayton.
Yeah,
You small, you pick.
I think the button's on me, bro.
You
Wait.
just raised the button. Come, it's right.
It's correct now.
The button's here, is it?
So you're saying the button is on Clayton, right?
No.
Yeah. Ahmed is the big blind.
The small blind.
Yes.
The big blind.
Yeah, he's small
Button
blind.
was
That's
just
what. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 I agree with you.
Anna.
Hannering before.
So Clayton with a 7-6 on the button.
Clayton.
9 bigs now. Can't do much with that. Folds it. Round to Ahmed in the small blind.
Ahmed.
Jack 4 suited. 13 million. 21 bigs. Makes the call. Edgar 7-4 suited. He's got 11 million now. 18 bigs. So almost level pegging with Ahmed now after that double up. Flop comes 5 king ace.
Check of it.
Two outs available for Edgar.
Check. Check.
On check. The 4 hits both of them now. So there's a lot of chop pot possibilities available. You can see them at the top of the screen.
Mintre.
So 7 for a win and all the rest are chop
Thank you.
pots. 16 outs, of which only 2 7s for wins. Edgar calls the bet 600k. Ahmed is going to make the call. The river is a 2. Brings a full card straight on board.
Check.
Oh,
Check.
It's gone check.
Can split.
No split.
Can't.
Jack kicker plays.
Chop.
What are you doing? Chop.
Chop.
Even the dealer doesn't want me to win a pot. I'm playing against the vault here.
Mark, you should come in commentary. We need your expertise, mate. Rivers, I swear. I mean, that's what they call the river. What did you do wrong, Ahmed?
My name. Allah doesn't like me.
Deep down, you were supporting me a little
We're
bit.
listening
deep
to the
down.
banter
Didn't
on the
mind.
rail there with Ahmed, and can hear Gary out there with Mark as well.
That's funny. I know it is. It's
Mark
hectic.
Liffman railing Ahmed.
Sure.
Ahmed.
Ahmed on the button with a 7-5 suited.
$1.2.
Raised to 1.2 million.
Raises it to 1.2 million.
Clayton.
So round to Clayton in the big blind. And he's looking for a spot pretty quickly now.
3, yeah? No respect.
So that big double up by Edgar moved him closer to Ahmed, but Ahmed has taken a few behinds since then. Getting a slight gap
Edgar.
again. Edgar on 10 million. Ahmed close to 17 again now. Yeah, the ace on the river doubling up Edgar, the Barry Greenstein. So Clayton, small blind, 10-7 suited. This might be his moment to put it all in. He just limps in.
Option to raise.
Ahmed with king 4. See if Ahmed puts it all in back, puts pressure back over
All in?
Clayton. He does.
All in.
This is becoming a bit flippy here, eh, Mark?
Very, very, Gary. I mean, and Clayton on the very short stack now.
Six bigs.
Yeah,
He's definitely in the danger zone there.
6 bigs left for Clayton. Ahmed on with over half the chips he plays, 28 bigs.
It's past your bedtime.
Surely not.
Sad stories also, never a good story. That's the worst part.
So nothing for Clayton there on the button, 9-2 off. Not a hand he's going to put it all in with.
Ahmed.
Ahmed ace queen in the small blind. Does he limp in here?
All in?
Oh, he goes all
All
in,
in.
goes the other way. Then Edgar has 9 million, which is 15 bigs.
Big blind Latin.
Well, the blinds at 300, 600.
300, 600, big blind ante of 600. Robert Carley, great game to watch, and Moore's good value for the commentary box.
Yeah, good. I think he's spot on there, Bars. Bring, I think you said it, the energy and a bit of fun as well.
Yeah, it's good to have around in general, you know, whether you're in the commentary box, talking outside, wherever. So, great character as Moaz.
Raise or check.
So here's Clayton's woken up with a hand in the big blind. It's limped in by Edgar. Clayton has ace king.
That money's got to go in here, sure.
Puts it
All
all
in.
in. And insta fold by Edgar.
Yeah. I'll be taking that on. So we're over 28 hours of coverage on this particular tournament.
There's a lot of hours that the players have played, and a lot of hours we've streamed.
Edgar.
So action on Edgar, queen 3 off. Fold that. Round to Clayton. King 7. Should be hitting all in. Blind on blind.
All in.
Puts it all in. Oh, and Ahmed's woken up with a hand to call him, and that dominates him.
Is that count?
Asks for the count, but I think he's calling this, Gary.
Yeah, 17 behind, 3.7 to call.
Yeah, he makes the call.
Call.
Oh, sorry.
Call.
Called,
So Clayton going to need some help here. He's a 30-70 dog.
No help.
No help for him yet. Couple of extra outs for him there to chop the pot. 10 is not one of them.
Shot.
And Clyde.
Hold on.
Third place.
We lose Clayton in third place.
Okay, hold on.
Very good tournament by him. And he will pick up 265,000 Rand for his troubles.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So the next prize is 400,000 guaranteed.
So there's the VPIP of the two players left.
dead button,
43% for Ahmed, obviously the most active.
For Ray.
Three-handed, that was. So now they'll go to heads up.
How's the big line, yeah?
Yeah, so now you small, you big, it's a dead button.
Ahmed with a 9-8.
Ahmed.
Limps in. Edgar with Jack 8. Checks back. No help for Ahmed on that flop. The Jack 8 of
Check a bit.
Edgar still ahead.
Check.
Check to him. Edgar bets at it. Takes his stab on the flop. Gets it through.
Picks up 800,000 for his trouble.
Now I'm a small blind twice in a row.
No.
Dave? Dave, the last hand was a dead button. I was small blind. So I'm a small blind twice in a row.
I can't do it.
Last time was a dead button, you were
Yes.
small blind.
Yeah.
Makes him big blind. He cannot be big blind twice.
Yes.
So what happens now?
So that will go there. He'll be small.
So it
he'll
just
be big
skips me?
blind.
Sorry?
Can't be big blind twice.
So the button just skips?
You can't be big blind twice.
Okay. And then what happens in... Okay. Okay.
What?
No. I guess yeah. Fine.
No? Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. Good.
Long day.
I'm away.
You?
Edgar moves it all
What
in with the pocket threes. Ahmed gives it up.
Edgar will pick up the big blinds and the antes.
Move the button, please.
Ahmed with 10-9.
Ahmed.
Check.
Check.
It's lumped in. Edgar checks back. Oh wow, 10-9 for Ahmed. Gut shot for
Check.
Edgar. It's gone check.
He doesn't want to see an 8.
750.
Okay.
750.
It didn't go check.
It didn't go check.
Move here.
The check mark was
Thank
there,
you.
it didn't.
Yeah.
Can I not
Dave?
move here? Can I move here, Dave?
So Edgar not calling the gut
Just
shot.
opposite him? It's just much easier otherwise.
Find out if Gary can do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Give me a second.
Sure you can.
He wants to move. He wants to move across, Edgar. So you can. All right. Are you ready? Like, it's done. Okay, cool.
On the wheel.
How much?
That way.
Oh, 27 hours.
Can I have your blinds, please?
Can I get all of it?
Am I?
You small.
No, I'm saying the first pass.
Big.
Taken all of
Ahmed, you big.
So Edgar asked if he could just switch one box.
Finding.
Ahmed, you big.
So action on Edgar, he limps in. So flop is 487.
Check of it.
It's gone check, check. Edgar puts in the continuation.
600.
And the continuation bet will get it done. So the button moves. A nice view of the two players from a different angle.
Met.
Post the blinds. So
1.2.
Raised to 1.2 million.
been raised and called. Flop. It's King 3-7.
Check. Ahmed.
Good checks. Option on Ahmed. Bet 700.
700,000 to call.
Edgar makes the call. Turn is a 4.
Check.
Edgar checks.
Ahmed.
Ahmed checks back. The river is a 10 of diamonds.
$700.
Edgar puts in the bet of
700
700,000
score.
with his flush. I don't think we got these cards right here. He has got king. He hit his 10 on the river, of course. So the flush wins of Edgar against the pair of 10s. Just getting it set up a little bit after moving seats there. So action on Edgar.
Where's the action?
Actions on
Ahmed.
All in.
Ahmed after Edgar lumped in. And he folds. Button moves to Ahmed. Posts a small blind. So Ahmed on the button with 9-7. Completes action on Edgar with an ace, heads up.
All in.
All in.
Moves all in. And Ahmed will fold quickly.
I'm actually going to the commentary to learn.
Is that the spare tripod, the Bosch one? Man, I've got that now.
Action on Ahmed. Well, Edgar first on the button, 9-6. He folds, gives him a walk. Ahmed gets a walk.
Razor check.
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 So the king high of Edgar still ahead here. So Edgar takes a stab at the flop with his king high, and that'll get it done. Button moves. So 19 million playing 12 million. Yeah. Edgar's won a few more hands heads up so far, and chopped up a little. With the nature of heads up, you go in your ebbs and flows. You'll find one player will have a little swing one way and then it goes the other way for a short while. And the idea is to ride it hard when it's going your way.
So 6-4 versus 5-3.
Edgar gave Ahmed a walk. So it's the second walk that Edgar has given Ahmed.
Yeah, well, the blinds are so big, you know, you don't want to be frittering away chips just trying to win hands where, you know, you've got no chance. But at the same time, you don't want to be the soft touch either who's going to be run over. So there's a subtle balance, I think.
Yeah, fine line. You don't want to be folding too many hands heads up.
$1.2.
1.2
Raise
is
to
the bet.
1.2.
Ahmed raises to 1.2. He hasn't put his cards in the box yet
1.2
for
call.
us to see. Edgar with the king jack. Let's see if he pushes back here.
All in.
He does.
All in.
All in.
And Ahmed folds it. That's the second one that Edgar's pushed back. Pushed back with the rag ace and now with the king jack. So, action on Edgar with a 5-4. Ahmed has 10-5. And Edgar will give him a third walk.
Take the money. Oh, okay. If you like it that way.
So action on Ahmed.
Raise to 1.2.
Raises it to 1.2. Edgar folds his 7-3 off. So Edgar on the button with a jack 7. Edgar limps in.
Raise or check.
All in?
All in.
Ahmed moves all in with the ace. Edgar will take his time a little bit and then fold. Button moves across. Edgar posts the big blind and ante.
Ahmed.
So action on Ahmed.
Edgar. Check. Edgar.
Action on Edgar with the queen 3. He's going to take a stab at it here on the flop.
800,000.
Calls. Turn is another 7.
Edgar. Check.
It's gone check
Ahmed.
by Edgar. Option on Ahmed.
Check.
Ahmed checks back. River is a jack of hearts. Edgar takes another stab at it.
2 million.
2 million. And Ahmed folds.
Ahmed, I see you making an effort to put your cards in the box, but they're coming in from the side. Can you just try and drag them
Okay.
over the top? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
So big hand here for Edgar, ace jack suited, and he has Ahmed dominated and he limps in. Ahmed checks. Oh, and Edgar flops the stone cold nuts.
Ahmed.
So it's gone check, check. Turn 2.
Edgar.
Edgar checks again. The river's a 4. Ahmed checks. Now Edgar's going to try and get something out of it, but he's not getting paid.
$1.2 million.
So and Edgar flopped the stone colds and never got a cent out of it.
Okay, so hand 285, my word.
Yeah, it's creeping up fast now. So Ahmed on the button.
1.2.
Raise
Raises
to
it.
1.2 million.
It goes 8-3 off. That'll go back to the dealer. So Ahmed, King 10 suited, yeah. Edgar on the button with King 5. He limps
Okay, to
in.
raise.
$1.7.
Raise to
Ahmed
1.7
raises to
million.
1.7.
Edgar.
So there's a big flop there for Ahmed.
Chocobet Ahmed.
8-9 of clubs, Queen of hearts.
$900.
900.
Puts the continuation in, but there's nothing there for Edgar.
And 300.
You're saying?
Yeah, I was just a big blind.
Yeah, buttons there, isn't it?
Oh,
The button
okay.
is on
You moved it.
Ahmed.
Right.
Players sorting it out there. So Ahmed limps in here. Edgar with the King 5 suited, checks.
King
Oh,
10
and there's
forward.
a big flop for Edgar, yeah.
Yeah, 2 hearts, top pair.
Top pair with 2 hearts. Can't see what Ahmed's holding, but that's a big flop for Edgar.
700.
700,000.
There's no version of Edgar going anywhere. And I suspect it might even raise this.
It's a good spot for him to check raise. He wants to extract more value, he'll flat, yeah. There's a lot of cards on the turn that are going to be good for him. Got a huge draw, top pair.
Gets there.
He gets there on the turn. Second nut flush.
$1.9.
Edgar's
1.9
checked.
million.
Ahmed bets 1.9 million. There goes the heart check, even though he knows he's got 2 hearts.
Definitely a bit of Hollywood here from Edgar. $7 million in the pot.
That's your card.
Oh my god.
So this one must have been
No, that's an extra card.
from.
There can't be 5 cards there.
They can't. He's
What
right.
happened?
Call the floor.
I don't know. Mark. This is my hand. It's in my
No,
hand.
no. I agree. I agree with you.
Get off that shot.
There's an extra card floating around there.
So I don't know
Well, not an
Because-
extra card.
because these are my 3 pen cards, right? These are
It's
the.
2 cards just laying here mid hand. On the turn. Before the river came out.
Probably went shuffled into the deck to start off with.
There's action already.
The action, yeah, the hands.
Who's to bet?
It's on you.
The action is on you.
I think there was a ruling there that he said the 2 cards are burnt. Yeah.
So Edgar goes for value here now with his with his second nut flush.
Yeah, I'm going to give the dealer a break. It's obviously quite tight. It's understandable.
Just stay quiet, Edgar.
Sorry? Sorry about that. I didn't even see that.
It's fine.
Okay.
So we'll just change out the dealer there. And we're going to move on to the next hand
He
shortly.
didn't
And there
shuffle
was
the last.
a big hand there
Someone's
for
hand. Yeah, one of our hands hasn't been
Edgar,
shuffled. He just had.
making the second nut flush, flopping top pair with a flush draw, turning the second nut flush, and getting a little bit of money on the flop and the turn from Ahmed, but he didn't get anything on the river. Ahmed smart enough to fold the river. But Ahmed did bet 1.9 on the turn.
That's why I put it up high there. Wait.
Would have doubled you up if I never picked it up.
Hey?
I would have doubled you up if I never picked up that. I was going to go all in on the river.
So there we're going to move on to the next hand now. Dealer's been shoved out. PTJ steps in.
Gentlemen, I welcome myself back.
What's up, my brother?
Cool.
How does that affect the fair?
Well, you said there's action already very confidently, so obviously my hand that felt good shriveled up.
Ahmed makes a good point there. So Edgar says, how did you know you needed to fold there? And Ahmed said, well, when the mistake was found, you confidently said there's been action already, which meant you loved your hand,
have
which
it?
meant my hand that I had just shriveled away in value. It's a great comment by Ahmed there.
A very astute of Ahmed to pick up on that, of course. You know, I mean, it's just having your wits about you all the time, you know.
Absolutely. I
Any
mean,
edge, any information.
I mean, that was so subtle, but he just jumped on it, picked it up immediately. So action on Ahmed.
Check.
Limps in. Edgar checks back, the 10-8 suited. Two pair for
Ahmed, your
Edgar.
cards please in the box. They can't see them.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Perfect.
Check. 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 It's you.
$600.
600.
Edgar makes the smooth call with the two pair. Three's a brick.
Check.
Edgar checks again.
Edgar has the check mark. The hand is over unless he folds. Long way to go still in the hand.
Check.
He checks back. The river's a 7. That brings a 4 card straight on board. So Edgar checks now. Yeah, Edgar's check calling is not folding his two pair, I don't think.
Yeah, I
Even
mean,
with a 4 card straight.
Ahmed's got no
1.6.
equity here, so he's got to rep the 9.
He's
1.6.
ripping the 9,
Oh,
but Edgar's check calling, as I said, he check calls there to keep the pot small. Just in case.
Right.
Yeah, I thought he was going to throw his cards away then.
Yeah, he
but,
did.
6, 7, 8. Huh?
That's right.
Oh,
No straight.
it's yours.
Two pairs wins.
Easy.
There's your 2 pairs, right?
No, straight.
There's no straight. Sorry. I hear you say it's straight. I'm trying to look for it.
Not now. I'll have it just now. I'll have it just now.
So the button will move.
You must read that. Huh?
Edgar asking Ahmed if you misread there and just gets the right smile.
Playing games.
Okay,
Ahmed with a monster now.
Ahmed picks up a premium here, Ace King.
And there's an ace heads up for Edgar.
Call.
He limps in.
And you'll notice that the chip lead has passed over to Edgar now.
2.1 on top or in total? In total.
Ahmed raises to
2.1
2.1.
total.
Let's see if Edgar shoves now. Because why else are you limping an ace from the button? Oh wow, what a great fold by Edgar. Great fold. He limps an ace from the button, gets raised and folds.
So the difference in stacks was like between 1.5 and 2 million. And to be honest, that's nothing on the basis that the blinds and antes are 1.5 million.
Yeah.
So they can
huge.
swap places every hand almost.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of to and fro now, guys, with the size. In the words of JP, very flippy now.
That's a call.
Yeah, and as R-Wise pointing out in the back here, the difference between first place and second place is R250,000 and the Prestige and Trophy.
A lot of sweeties.
2.1 in total. 1.5 on top. You want me to double check first?
So So Edgar's raised with the king 9 suited.
2.1.
After Ahmed limped in with the king 6. Ahmed makes the call.
Call.
Off to the flop. King 9 suited versus King 6. Ace 3 5.
Edgar.
Rainbow. Check by Edgar.
Ahmed. Check.
Ahmed checks back.
Edgar.
So now Edgar raised pre. He's coming in with a delayed c-bet here on the turn.
1.5 million. 1.5.
Yeah, and Ahmed will fold that. Button moves.
Edgar, it's you. Call. Ahmed. Lines up. 400, 800,000. Next end.
2.3.
2. 2.3 in total.
So raised 2.3 by Ahmed with the pocket 8s. After Edgar limped the button with ace queen suited.
All in.
All in call.
All in call.
So there we have it. Two big
Ace
hands
queen.
clashing, heads up.
Eight.
A classic race. Ace queen suited versus pocket 8s. This could be all over. Or Ahmed will cripple Edgar. So either way,
Oh, there.
it's going to be a huge swing. Here we go. Flop is 5, Jack, Jack. Pocket 8's still in front. Turn is a queen. So now Ahmed needs an 8 and an 8 only on the river.
Come on.
It's another queen for a full house.
This queen takes it.
And Edgar has taken down the title and the trophy and the 640 odd thousand rand first prize.
Thank you. Thank you.
So well played to both gentlemen.
Thanks,
It was a lovely 3-day tournament by both of them. Good heads-up match. Came down to a flip at the end.
Yep, well played to Ahmed. Well played indeed to your winner, Edgar. Both deserving and sorry we have to have a loser, quite frankly.
Sure. Hey?
So they're going to be setting up for presentations, photographs, etc. Ian will be out there probably doing some interviews. So yeah, it's gone all quiet because they've just removing microphones and that from players. Ian's getting ready to present the trophy to the winner. An interview. We need to go to the house mic.
Great. It was a damn difficult grind. It's very hard. But I mean, yeah, it was just a great achievement. A lot of good players, amazing players. Just such level of poker was amazing. And I just got some amazing cards at the right time.
I must say you were cool as a cucumber and you were playing like a beast. I mean, you knew almost like you could read his mind. You knew when he didn't hit the ace and when you had top pair, even when you had second pair, you knew you were ahead. And I think 10-8 served you well in this tournament. I mean, you won with 10-8 of diamonds, straight flush draw. You flopped a flush and you also flopped two pair with the 10-8 against Ahmed.
Sure.
So that's your new great hand, I think.
Absolutely, and that's what the game is about. It's about feeling, you know. If you're feeling good and you're running good, you must just, like my friend Jared Solomon says, luck management is very important in this game because you can have the goods, but if the gods aren't with you, you're not going to make it. But fortunately enough, I made it through today, so I'm pretty happy.
Well, Edgar, I watched every single hand. You played like a champion. Well done.
Appreciate
You
it.
deserve it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Our champion, Edgar.
So there you go. That, they say, is that. So I think congratulations are in order, Mark, to Edgar. Played patient, card dead for hours and hours, and eventually got his just desserts, I think.
Yeah, he sat there very patient, like you said, for a very long time. Was patient, waited for his spots, picked his spots, and a well-deserved winner, and not easy to beat Ahmed heads up, so you deserve it when you take it.
Yeah, indeed it is. Now, going forward here, as we watch the presentation go and the photography happen and all the rest of it, I have absolutely no idea if we're covering the remaining heads-up game. I can tell you that the local time here is 20 after 12 in the evening, in the morning, shall I say, so it's 18 minutes into the morning. Whether or not we're going to do a heads-up battle on the feature table remains to be seen. So keep your eyes open for that. I absolutely do not know. What I do know is that the stream has got a half an hour delay, so that needs to run out before we can do anything. And we'll get back to you. Keep an eye on the social media. Keep an eye on your local message boards, etc. And hopefully we'll be able to give you an update in the fullness of time. For now, though, good night from myself and Mark.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
And hopefully we'll see you in a bit.